What's up, guys? It's Gardy B with the Jenkins Jonez show. As always, I'm here with my good internet buddies, Dragonfly Jones, a.k.a. Tyler.
What's up, guys?
LeJethro Jenkins, a.k.a. John.
What's up, bubbas? And if you fuck with us, you want to see more of our content, please jump on YouTube and subscribe to our channel.
Time to talk about Kyrie Irving.
That boy is not getting vaxxed, dog. I saw that tweet a Saturday morning about, I am protected by God. I'm like, yeah. Nets gonna have to figure something out here, but because that jab ain't happening, doggy.
Niggas always say they protected by God when like when they're ignoring science. You use it so much in that particular situation where like God has given you things to protect yourself and you're ignoring them. You know what I mean? Like,
well, and I never understood that because my grandparents were devoutly Catholic, like very Catholic people, and that was like their exact stance was like my grandpa had a heart attack when he was like 42 and had his they had an orange grove and he was on the orange grove, had a massive heart attack.
Damn, that's some Godfather shit, bro.
Right.
He's actually in California. He's actually in California avoiding that is why I'm not in New Jersey right now. But
he was avoiding it, but the universe.
Yeah. But he had his he had his last rites read to him. I mean, he was gone and then he was not gone. And so he's seamlessly in his head thanked God for the miracle of modern medicine for the rest of his life. You know what I mean? Thank God for having a cardiologist who's able to tell me the things I need, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And it seems like such an easy thing to bridge.
Those
that.
people never have Twitters though. Those people that thank God for the science. And niggas that believe in God, you know what I mean? Don't be thanking God for science. We just participate in it. You know what I mean? So yeah.
So that's actually not what I wanted to talk about. And I apologize in advance if I get slightly emotional or angry discussing this. But the city of New York has created a Kyrie Irving sized loophole to their vaccine mandate, which they put in place to keep more people in New York from dying because it was the hardest hit city in the country. They have classified the Nets Arena as a private office building, not a sports venue. So that is going to allow him to practice without being vaccinated. A loophole done it specifically for Kyrie Irving by the city of New York. And I wanted to talk about this for a minute because this podcast is very aware that rich people and powerful people get a different set of rules and that people who are well-liked get better treatment than people who aren't well-liked, et cetera. And I fully understand the way the world works. However, these mandates, these rules, these restrictions are put in place to save people's lives because hundreds of thousands of people have died. And I would add the reason this makes me angry is there was also a lot of suffering in this country caused by these restrictions and mandates. And I personally covered the funerals of and wrote the obituaries of two teenage kids that I knew in Compton who were killed, who were shot to death when they should have been at basketball practice. Except that every gym in the fucking city was closed because at the time it wasn't safe for people to be inside together. There was no exception made for them because they're not making anyone any fucking money. And there's no exception made for single parents in Long Beach, in New York, in fucking Brooklyn, in the Bronx, who had to figure out how to work an hourly job with 3 kids at home doing school by themselves. Some of them kindergartners, some of them second graders. I know people in these situations. There was no exception made for them because they're not making anyone any fucking money. No one classified the elementary school as an office building so that the kids could still go to school. No one classified a Compton high school gym as an office building so these kids wouldn't be at a fucking burger stand at 1 o'clock in the afternoon on a Monday. And that's fucking bullshit. And it's bullshit. I'm not putting this on Kyrie Irving. It's bullshit on the part of the city of New York. It's bullshit in California that we had a governor who, while this was happening to these 2 kids, was at a fucking dinner party inside at a restaurant. And this to me is an issue that is not political, that people across the political spectrum should be able to say, as I do, I understand why these mandates were put in place. I was also watching people die of COVID-19. But if we're putting these mandates in place to protect people, they have to apply to fucking everybody. And this is one instance where we can't say the rich get to just make a fucking phone call to the city of New York's public health director and get a 20,000 person arena classified as an office building and not a sports venue. And that's all I really have to say about it. I don't know if you guys feel so, but I really was actually pretty fucking pissed off at this shit because I know so many people who've been impacted by going along with these mandates to try and keep people safe.
Sure. Yeah. I think it's like you hit the nail on the head here. Definitely a bad look on the Nets part. Not even on some, oh, you're bowing to Kyrie shit. It's you are, compromising the safety of your organization, of your city. That's what these mandates were put in place for. So yeah, not a good look for the Nets at all on this one. And it just shows us that they're probably going to work with Kyrie through all this. It doesn't look like Kyrie's getting vaccinated. It's probably going to be 41 game Kyrie, road playoff Kyrie. That's probably what it's going to be with the Nets.
It's just wild how dire the situation is. Money always matters more. You know what I mean?
No matter how dire the situation is.
Like this is like we're a global pandemic. All of these deaths and money still matters more. You can still manipulate, the system to your benefit if you're rich, no matter how wild the other side is. You know what I mean? So that blows my mind. But also it doesn't. You know what I mean?
It's the regularest shit ever.
Right. Mm-hmm. But yeah, like I mean, and you're saying like we agree with the mandates. You know what I mean? Those kids shouldn't be in school at that time. You know what I mean? Like, right. But also Kyrie Irving shouldn't be in that motherfucking arena. You know what I mean? So
and if we're gonna make exceptions, we should make them for the people who have the least, in my opinion. I mean, that's
for sure.
In Compton at Samaje Miller's funeral, the pastor for his church said, "We're gonna drag a couple kids' outdoor, hoops that have the sand in the base. We're gonna drag them over to the church, put them in the parking lot, rope the parking lot off, and call it a basketball court, so the high schools can come and practice there." That shouldn't be the responsibility of the people with the least power in a system to come up with that solution. You know what I mean? Because the people with power are too busy figuring out how a Kyrie Irving or Andrew Wiggins or whatever, how those people can get around those rules. Like that's the shit that blows my mind.
We can't expect these motherfuckers to change. You know what I'm saying? Like from up top. You know what I mean? But yeah, it shouldn't be. It's fucked up. Yeah, but that's amazing that he did that though. Kudos to that nigga. That's some real ass shit. You feel me?
Yep.